For more news, our chief photographer Scott Buer was shooting the storm as it rolled through Midtown. He continues our storm team coverage with what you saw as that storm moved through.
Well, I had foreknowledge of what was coming, Julie, because my son had called me from Fremont just a few moments before I went outside to shoot here, saying the windshield of his car had been broken out by golf ball sized hail. But what I discovered on our front parking lot was more than I could have ever imagined. You're looking here up towards St. Cecilia's as you watch the storm clouds roll in. There was a strong rotational component to it. I've talked to Chuck about this. You could see the rotation in the clouds, but what hit us was simply straight line winds. First gusts begin arriving at the station here, blowing bits off the trees that surround the parking lot, and then the Mutual building disappeared in the rain, and that's when I knew that it was about to hit. Winds gusted first to 60 miles an hour, and when the rain came onto the parking lot, followed by a mix of hail, gusts had to have been reaching 70 to 75 miles an hour. I'm standing a good 25 feet away from the opening, and you can see the rain is coming in horizontally, and it's not just the rain. In just a moment, the hail will begin. And it was something that I've never seen before.
It was moving sideways, the hail
was? Horizontal hail. It came across the parking lot horizontally, and you can see it bouncing off the hood of one of our engineers' cars there under the overhang and coming in and landing near our front door. We are a good 30 feet there underneath an overhang. It is coming in horizontally, striking the windows and coming down. It was a very strange experience. And as we talked about earlier, in the stretch of just a few minutes, it was over.
Right, they said 3 to 5 minutes. All right, Scott Buer, thank you so much.
Meanwhile, our chief photojournalist Scott Buer is on the road patrol this morning, and he joins us live now from Underwood. How's the look out there, Scott?
Well, to tell you the truth, John, it's looked a lot better. I made this run up my driveway just a few minutes ago, and we're going to try it again here now. We have drifts about 2.5 feet high on the driveway. I picked a path to go through. My driveway leads up to the railroad highway, which parallels Interstate 80, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm not going to make it. There I am, 2/3 of the way up my driveway, and off in the distance there where you see the street light, that is Railroad Highway. When I was on it earlier, it had drifts 2.5 to 3 feet deep, and visibility was low. And I can tell you one other thing, that Melissa's absolutely right about the snow in this part of the county. It is extremely deep. Back to you guys.
Chief photojournalist Scott Buer is on the road patrol this morning. He joins us live from Underwood, Iowa. Scott, we know you got stuck a little bit earlier. How is it out there?
Well, you know, the good news is I'm not stuck anymore. The bad news is the only way to get unstuck was to back down the driveway after digging and throwing some kitty litter and stuff underneath. We did that. We got it dug out. But let me give you an idea. Out here in the middle of nowhere, folks in town here are not going to like that. But we'll out where there's good drifting. This one here is right outside my door. That is 2.5 feet. We've got a 2.5-foot one behind that, and it's hard to see, but just beyond that, we got a 5-foot drift, and that's what it does. It just layers up out here. I took a walk up to the railroad highway. The railroad highway has still got about 6 to 8 inches of snow on it. It's still coming down hard. The wind is blowing. Travel out in the rural areas, definitely not recommended. I commend Michael and for making that safe trip to the convenience store to get donuts for the crew that's at the station. We'll try to monitor for you on the internet. As JT reported, Highway 6 is closed. Doesn't surprise me. That always drifts over. But Interstate 80 is getting a little dicey around here, too. It's been over an hour since I've seen another car moving. Back to you guys.
All right, Scott, thank you. On the Christmas road patrol out in Underwood, Iowa.